Yeah, I mean, the prosecution case is arguing, understandably, this was fraud, in effect, against the American people that requires exposure and condemnation. Otherwise, we'll see more of this as a campaign strategy in future elections. Durham is the special counsel, the prosecuting counsel, is arguing, is he not, Peggy, that the Clinton campaign made up a stunning scale of false allegations and disinformation, Durham is saying unprecedented in presidential politics, in an attempt to sway the election, and then, having failed, sought to undermine the new administration after the Clinton campaign has lost. And what do you reckon the American reaction would be to this if it knew all the detail?
Well, they would be disgusted and they would be outraged, because you think of all the time, the money, the political capital that was spent on defending something that was all wasted. It was all a lie. And think how much time and money could have been spent for the good of the American people and solving real problems. And yet it was done. They did this so that we would chase our tail, that Donald Trump would basically be relegated to an irrelevant president. And it's amazing he got all that he got done with so many headwinds against him.
I mean, is Sussman himself telling a lie when he says, even though he's the Clinton campaign lawyer, he passed all this stuff on as a private citizen, and you've just covered that point. But at the same time, the prosecution has been able to establish that Sussman, who is Clinton's campaign lawyer, made the claims in a text message to the then FBI General Counsel James Baker. The prosecution's been able to establish, as you say, the paper trail, that Baker immediately reported Sussman's claim to others in the FBI. But importantly, Sussman billed the hours of his interactions with the FBI to the Clinton campaign. I mean, that's damaging.
Well, there is a paper trail that shows he did bill for the time. And so he can't say he was coming as a concerned citizen and do that. But this is what the left does. They accuse the other side of exactly what they're guilty of. And they do to others what then they cry foul for when it's done to them. And so they're being caught in their own little trap, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, although I don't have a lot of confidence in the judicial system there in Washington, D.C.
But now on Friday, just to wrap this up, Clinton's 2016 campaign manager, Robbie Mook, surprisingly testified that Hillary Clinton approved the strategy to take to the media the same false information about a Trump-Russia hotline that Sussman wanted the FBI to investigate. Peggy, some are saying this evidence by Mook is a dagger to the defence case. How do you see it?
Well, it is. It was a bombshell. Again, nobody's covering it. And in a place like Washington, D.C., where 90% of the voters there voted for Hillary Clinton, on that jury, 3 donors to Hillary Clinton's campaign are seated, as well as a donor to AOC's campaign. And the judge himself is an Obama-era judge who is known for being a left-wing activist. So I don't have great faith that, even though the paper trail and everything points to even Robbie Mook dropping something so damaging, I just don't know that there's going to be a conviction at the end of it.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, basically, this establishes how the 2016 Clinton campaign embarked on a strategy to fabricate information about Trump in order to deceive American voters into voting for Hillary Clinton, not Trump.